just going to go ahead and get the game fired up here. And as you can see, the new opening screen, the new game loading screens and menus, and we're just going to jump right into it. There's the new loading screen, main screen for the game, and the options for the main screen. Select rear, and rear mode takes you in. Here we have 10 possible game save slots, same as Farming Simulator 22. And next we have multiplayer. Here we can join and create a multiplayer game, and we'll get to that later, but not now. We have downloadable content, and the game already has some downloadable content available, and we're just going to go right down the menus if you don't mind. So let's see here. Right bumper to go to the next menu. We have recommended, we have installed, we have updates, we have downloadable content, and we have extra content. And I purchased the pre-order version of the game. There's a pre-order bonus that came with the game, and that's this MacDon pack, and it's listed under the downloadable content for the game. We also have another pre-order bonus, and that's the New Holland CR11 Gold Edition. And we go to install, and these are all the mods that are installed in the game. The game did have some mods that have been released since the game went live yesterday, and this is the first set of mods that have been available for Farming Simulator 25. And let's go back up to the recommended tab, and we can kind of move between the menus by using your left joystick. And here's your options. You have categories, best, most downloaded, latest, and recommended. For the categories, you can see we have gameplay, package, right now medium tractors, trucks, power harrows, subsoilers, planters, seeders, and special headers. And if we go back up and jump back over to best, again, it just shows all the mods that are available, because these are all the mods that have been released as of today's date for the game. Then we go over to most downloaded. You're still going to be looking at the same list, because it's all of the mods that are currently available as of today in the in-game mod hub. Latest will be the same as well. So we're just going to go ahead and jump out of that. And we go to the achievements menu, and there's all your achievements available in the game, at least as of today. Looks like we got a total of 45 achievements we can unlock. Just kind of going through that. See, we got road trip. Can't get enough. The plot thickens. Alleys up. Kangaroo, giddy up, so on and so forth. We're not going to do all those right now, of course. Microsoft Store, where we can go to purchase additional content for the game. And now the next spot we want to jump into real quick, just to see what's different here than what it was in Farming Simulator 22. Options here, you got invert Y look, display settings, field of view, first person field of view, third person field of view. Yes, we have third person view now in the game, and we'll get more into that once we hop into the game. In-game HUD scale, that's the heads up display. In game, we have it set by default to 100%. Brightness is 1.0. And look, we can go all the way up from 1.0 to 2.0. Right now, we'll stick with the default 1.0. Realistic beacon lights off on, we'll keep those on. Master volume 100%, music volume is 40%, vehicle volume 100%, environment volume is 70% by default, character volume 70%, radio volume 60%, and GUI volume 60%. We'll keep all those at the default for the moment, and come back in and make any changes based on our gameplay experience. So So right now we're going to go ahead and hop into a brand new game. So we're going to go to career. I'm going to select the first empty game slot, and we're going to do, these are the maps that are available as of release. We got Riverbend Springs, Pantai, and Ceylonka. And right now we're going to start off with the Riverbend Springs map. We're going to play as a preset. We could be a new farmer. A new farmer has $100,000 starting. No starting loans, and economic difficulties default to easy. Starter farm, yes. Got intro tour, yes. So we're going to do those things. In fact, that's what we're going to start off by walking through tonight. If we do start from scratch, we have start money 500,000, start loan of 250,000. Economic difficulty is hard. No start farm, no guided tour. If we do farm manager, your start money is $1 million. No start loan. Economic difficulty is normal. No start farm. Of course, no guided tour. So those are the options, and we're gonna go back to new farmer. Keep it there. Keep it where we have the start farm, the guided tour, economic difficulty, easy, no loan. But we at least got a little bit of starting money. And so we're gonna go ahead and hit continue, A to continue. And here's your downloadable content selection screen. And we're gonna make sure that we have all the available downloaded content loaded into the game for right now. Which we are, all the items that you see here on this screen are the downloadable content that will be loaded into this game. Save as you'll see a number up there at the right, which shows the number of selected items versus the available slots. You can come in here if you want to, and you can hit X to deselect, and that mod will not be loaded in the game. We hit X to select. And right now we want everything here, all 13 pieces of currently available downloadable content to be loaded into this game save. So I'm going to go ahead and hit A again to start the game up. And this is your first look at the new loading screen. And notice a few things here. You got the name of your game save file, the map, your money, how many hours you played. As always, you still got the little tips that helper tips that appear at the bottom of the screen. Got your loading progress over to your far right. That's where we're at now. We're loading into a brand new game. Welcome to Farming Simulator 25, folks. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Are you ready to get into it? Are you excited? And this is our first time jumping into Farming Simulator 25. Welcome aboard. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to Bose831 Gaming live on Twitch. Tonight we're playing Farming Simulator 25. Alright, so first thing we want to do, we want to go ahead and create our default character. So as you can see, I've already kind of got that already done. I already have the general look and feel for my guy. We're going to go ahead and keep our default selections, but as you can see here, you can go down the menu. You can use right bumper or left bumper to toggle between the different menu selections, and these are some of your options that you have depending on your menu selections. You got your outfits, you got your tops, bottoms, footwear, headgear. Excuse me, sorry about that. Gloves, glasses, and that's it. And once you're done, you want to go ahead and hit B for confirm. And here we are, and there's our first little helper tip in a brand new game in Farming Simulator 25, and we're going to go through all of the in-game tutorial. I know there's other guys out there that have produced much more advanced videos than this, and they're skipping the tutorials and taking you right into these all these different advanced gameplay mechanics. And we're not going to do that here. We're going to come in this game if you're a brand new player. all new to the game and walk through the guided tutorial. So right here we are. Welcome to your farm. It's mid-morning when you arrive at your new farm. Walter, your grandfather, is no longer available to look after the farm, so you're now taking over. Familiarize yourself with the game before you go to greet your grandfather. So from there, the guided tour wants us to take a look at the interface. Let's see what it's telling us here. It says, let's start with the interface. You will find all the important information on your screen. Click A for OK, and it says continue, press A. And there it's okay, it's showing us, taking us through the little bar at the top of the screen where you got the calendar with the date, you got the time, and you got your monetary balance as well as the weather. You see the sun up there represents how sunny it is. Now we're looking at the mini map and tour progress bar. Alright, guided tour. Now that you know the basic user interface, let's move on. You can't just stand here. Please go to the marked location by using the different direction controls. And then it says we can use the left joystick and the right joystick to control one. Left joystick controls player movement. The right joystick controls player view direction. So we click OK. And that's me hitting the right joystick, and we can kind of look around and see what's going on here, and quite a few interesting things we got going on in our immediate surroundings. What do we have here? This is a little Hickory Brook Farm Fresh Produce sale point, looks like. Well, we'll probably get into that more later. And we got a cow-shaped mailbox. That's quite interesting. Looks like we got another little workshop over here with a little mini tugboat in here, which is very interesting in and of itself. We'll probably learn more about that later. We got a shed with a trailer inside. Farm Tech. And that's a Farm Tech. Let's see, what is that? Farm Tech EDK 650. Let's see, we got another little shed over here with a few chickens in. So this is our default chicken coop that we start off with, apparently. Got a little lawnmower workbench here, wheelbarrow, a few other miscellaneous items. There's a old school hand water pump. Some of you guys probably not familiar with that here, depending on where you're from in the US and how old you are, but these things used to be very commonplace in the early 20th century. Let's see, this is our farmhouse, sleep trigger, and we're following the marker to Grandpa Walter. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's talk to Grandpa Walter. So guided tour, you can talk to people on your farm and at specific locations on the map. Press the button to talk to them. To start conversation, we want to hit the left joystick button. We're going to go ahead and do that now after we hit OK. So boom, we hit the left joystick.
I'm glad you're here
Grandpa's
to continue
talking.
the family business. The fact that you're about to take over the farm makes your pops quite happy, not gonna lie. When your father told me on a visit that he didn't want what I built here, I thought that was it. He even called it a dung heap when he left in his fancy suit. And then he stepped into manure on the way to his car. It's okay that he does his own thing, but I thought I had to sell the farm. Thanks to you, it can stay in the family. You don't know what that means to me. Otherwise, your crazy uncle might have turned it into an amusement park with the main attraction of catching chickens on the fields or something. Anyway, let's not talk about that just now. I can tell you some stories later. And just so you know, I'm not out of the picture just yet. I'm here if you need me, just like your friendly neighbors you should talk to sometime. They're nice people, A bit strange, perhaps, but still delightful in their own ways. So, do you want me to give you a quick tour and show you some things?
And from here, these are the options. We have yes, give me a tour, or no thanks, I know what to do. And in reality, I would select no, because I do know what to do. I'm very familiar with the basic game mechanics of farming simulator games, but we just don't know what things have changed, at least as far as button mapping and other things go with the tasks that you perform in Farming Simulator 25, but we'll find out here momentarily. And that's why we're going to select option 1, yes, give me a tour please. So we're going to select that now by pressing A.
Okay then, let me show you a couple of things. Ease you in. There will always be people to help you out, but it's good to have done all the steps yourself, at least once. Right next to the farm, we're going to work on a field. There's also a big tractor with a cultivator. I'll walk you through how to operate it. I can't wait to see you get started.
Alright, so we're finished talking to Grandpa Walter for the moment, but he's gave us a task. The next thing we want to do is meet Grandpa at the barn on your right side. So we're going to turn right, go past the swing here, and head on over here to our barn. And you can see the marker right there as we go up to it. And there he is. Grandpa Walter's
Are you ready
back.
to roll? Then hop onto the tractor and attach the cultivator. It's just to the back.
And now we're going to hop into the tractor, grab our cultivator. So we go here. You can see we get some a helper chipper on here. First step before you start, you have to get into your vehicle. And it shows us that we can press X to enter our vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and hit A to clear that helper chip.
Just
press
like
X.
that. Exactly. Now we do the work. Meet me at the field over there.
Alright, and we got another tooltip. Guided tour. As soon as you get in, you can drive off. Drive to the marked spot and let Walter explain your first task to you. And it shows we can use right trigger and left trigger. Oh goodness, I'm having trouble tongue talking today. But we can use right trigger or left trigger to accelerate and decelerate respectively. The right trigger being your accelerator, left trigger being your decelerate. To steer vehicle, we'll use the left joystick. And we're going to hit OK to clear that tooltip. Go ahead and get it fired up. Going to the yellow marker straight ahead, the one that's pinging on the little mini map with the red pulsating circle around it. And there, and straight ahead, you can see Grandpa Walter, and that's where we want to go. And once we reach
Here we
the marker.
So before we can sow anything on the field, we need to take care of the stubbles, cultivate it, prepare it for the next season. Otherwise, the grain will not grow very well. Lower the cultivator and drive straight ahead. It's easy as spilling milk.
Alright, so I'm going to hit A to continue and guided tour. To be able to use your attachments, you must first select them and bring them into working position. So here's our next couple of steps we want to perform. To switch tool selection, we press Y. The lower tool, we press left bumper and then the B. So let's click A to clear that tool tip. And now we're going to go to over to, you see the menu items over on your top left corner of the screen. You got control groups. And icons show what control groups you have selected. We can press Y to toggle between the different control groups, and then you got advanced controls, and you got the options of pressing left bumper or left bumper and right bumper together, or right bumper. Depending on which one you select, you have different options depending on which equipment you're operating at the moment. And then you have, of course, right bumper, where we can select the different cameras, and you got toggle between a few different camera modes here. Excuse me. Alright, so next up we're going to go to left bumper, press B to lower the cultivator, and now we can go ahead and move forward and start cultivating. And we're just going to cultivate this small section of the field. As you can see, most of the field has already been cultivated for purposes of this tutorial. They just want us just to run through a few passes with the cultivator here by default, just to get a feel for the machinery, of course. Alright. So we're going to get turned around, get in position, press B to lower the cultivator back, make another pass. And while we're doing this tutorial, they won't let us hire a worker just yet. We haven't got to that part of the tutorial yet. So, excuse me. So that's not an option right at the moment. It's another pass, and now we'll turn around, back up, get our tractor back situated properly. Alright, so we get the tractor line up, lower the cultivator again, go ahead and make another pass, and try to be at least a little bit straighter than we were in the previous path. Good luck with that. I'm already struggling to drive in a straight line. And this is one of the reasons why I typically hire workers immediately when I'm performing these types of tasks, because it's just easier for the worker to drive a straight line. Of course, you do have to pay the worker, so that will, if you do hire a worker for this particular task, your profits will take a hit, because you got to pay the workers. They don't work for free. Alright. And so, what do you think so far, guys? This is Farming Simulator 25. Definitely, I would say a pretty decent graphical leap from the game, although I do think that it kind of reverted back to, at least in my humble opinion, I don't know how many of you played Farming Simulator 17, but it looks like to me like they kind of went back to that kind of graphical style, even with the way the menus are kind of laid out. And to me, the graphics, while definitely better than what was in Farming Simulator 22, it seems like they went for the more, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but the more cartoonish look and feel for the graphical style of the game. It could have definitely been hyper photorealistic, but they chose to go a different route. These graphics are still pretty sharp and very beautiful, and at least on the Xbox Series X, very colorful. But not so colorful and so cartoony that it takes you right out of the game. I guess I shouldn't even say cartoony, but I should probably say cartoon-ish.
Now drive back to the garage and get out the cedar. I'll meet you there.
Alright, so we got another guided tour tooltip. When the work is finished, you must lift your tool. So we're going to go, and it tells you we can hit left bumper B to lift the tool. So we'll go ahead and hit OK to jump out of that. And we'll hit left bumper B, lift our tool. And we're off, and you can see the checkpoint straight ahead. We're going to go ahead and drive to there. See what else Grandpa Walter has to say.
Now we change tools, kiddo. Get rid of the cultivator and attach the seeder.
Alright, so we got another guided tour tooltip. Before you can use another attachment, you must disconnect your current tool. To detach the tool, press the button. And the button that we have to press to detach is the A button. We'll hit A for OK, and we're going to go ahead and press
Now you need
A.
to attach the seater. Drive back slowly.
Drive back where slowly, Pops? Alright. So there we go. We need to select the seater there. You got a marker already on it, so we just got to back up to the seater. And when prompted, press the A button. And there it is, guided tour. To be able to use the tool, it must be attached to the vehicle. Attach the tool. And it shows you to attach the tool, you press A. So we're going to go ahead and press A to, excuse me. Excuse me one moment. Clear the on-screen tooltip and
That's
press
how
A
it's
to
done.
attach the tool.
Sewing machine you just attached is empty. But don't you fret, I just went to the store. Next to the shed you will find a big bag with seeds. Get over there to fill the seeder.
And we got a bag of seeds straight in front of us. We're going to drive up till we get another tooltip. And here's our tooltip. Some tools can be filled depending on their purpose. Sewing machines need seed. Vehicles need fuel. Fertilizer spreaders need fertilizer. And sprayers need herbicide, for example. Take the tool to the big bag and fill it up. And it says we can press the left joystick button to start filling. We will hit OK to get rid of that tooltip and press the left joystick button to start filling seed. And you see the wheat is filling up in the seeder.
Well done. Now you're ready to go. Last week I cultivated a field over there. Cultivated fields are ready to be sown. It's pretty straightforward. Drive the machine to the field and meet me there. We'll bring out canola.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and follow Grandpa Walter's instructions and drive to the marker that's coming straight ahead out of the field. Excuse me.
Here we are.
Alright.
One thing you need to pay attention to is timing. Plants need to be sown in specific seasons. It's midsummer. It's the perfect time to sow canola. In any other period, you might want to switch to a different kind of crop. You can always check the crop calendar. First, we need to prepare the seed. Choose the canola seeds, as the big bag is filled with all kinds of seeds.
Alright, guided tour. Continue. Use the crop calendar to decide which type of fruit you want to sow. Select the appropriate seeds on the seeders. And to select seed, we press left bumper and Y. Select OK to dismiss the tooltip. And we want to do A to continue. Press left bumper. And see the options that we have available in the advanced controls for this particular seeder. And look at the options that we have to select. We have select seed, lower seeder, turn on seeder, open cover, or toggle map view. So we're going to select Y and toggle over to the correct seed, which
Seeding is
canola.
easy. While seeding, straight lines are important though. Go back and forth to bring out the seed with as few gaps as possible. At some point, you'll have to buy a big bag of seeds at the store to refill it. But now you can use what you've got. Now, you only got to switch the machine on and lower it to the ground.
Alright, so we have another guided tour tooltip. And it says to be able to use your attachments, you must first select them and bring them into working position. To switch tool selection, we select Y. To turn on the tool, we press left bumper and X. We're going to press A to dismiss the tooltip. And we're going to hit left bumper. We're going to select B to lower the tool. X to turn on the seeder. Guided tour tooltip. Next up, says your seeder is turned on, and you now need to lower it so that the seed is planted in the soil. Left bumper B to lower the tool. Select OK to dismiss the tooltip. We already one step ahead of that. We've already done that. We already turned the seeder on, so we're already good to go. Go ahead and fire the seeder up and get to seeding. I don't know how far we got to go before we finish the staff. So we're just going to go ahead and see how far we have to go before we move on to the next step.
That's how it's done, kiddo. Oh, by the way, always keep an eye on the weather. According to the weather forecast, it's going to rain soon. That's perfect for canola, but not as good for the wheat on the other field. If you want to hire a helping hand at some point, you can. We're done here. The helper will do the rest.
Alright, so there's our first intro to helpers. Alright, you don't have to do all the work alone. Let paid helpers do the work for you while you take care of other tasks. Hire a helper. And to hire an AI worker, you press B. So we'll press A to dismiss this tooltip. Alright, and now you see the menu has changed. We got a few additional options here. We got activate AI worker and mode AI worker, hold B. So we're going to go ahead and press G to
field workers are a great support if
to
you're
hire
busy and
AI
cannot finish the job in time. Now get back to the garage and get out the harvester. Let's do it quickly. I'll meet you there.
Alright, got it to our tooltip. You can either walk to another vehicle or switch to it and save some time. Press the button to switch vehicles. Switch to the next vehicle. We could use the joystick pad, and we right click on the joypad, and we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Hit OK, and
there you are.
There you go. Right click
over.
Feel?
Are you up for something exciting? Because we'll do the harvesting next. There's a ripe field that needs taking down. Are you still up for it? The header for the harvester sits on the trailer attached at the back. Let's meet at the field, okay, kiddo? But drive carefully. That machine is a beast.
Alright, we hopped over to the Massey Ferguson MF8570 harvester. Everything's set to auto start, so once we hopped in, the engine already fired up, so all we just got to do is drive over to the marker as Grandpa Walter instructed. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let's see, where is this old joker? Alright, here we go. Gotta look out for traffic because traffic is turned on. We haven't delved into some of the game menus to turn on, view some of the in-game toggles for the different game settings. We'll do that here shortly once we get a moment to do so. And right now we're just going to step through the default in-game tutorial. Just see what that's all about and what that does. Alright, so here we go. And we're going to touch bases with Grandpa Walter.
You'll need to prepare the machine. With a combine harvester, the header cuts the plants. Those headers have different widths, depending on the size of the combine. Go detach the trailer. Then drive the harvester with its front to the header and attach it.
Alright, guided tour. Before you can use another attachment, you must disconnect your current tool. To detach the tool, press the button. To detach, you press A. OK to dismiss the tooltip, so we're going to go ahead and press A. Then attach the header trailer. Circle back around and attach the header. And we just got to kind of get it lined up center mass with the header. And once prompted, here we are. To be able to use this tool, it must be attached to the vehicle. It says attach the tool. To attach the tool, we press the A button. Okay, and we're going to select A to dismiss the tooltip. Press A again to attach the harvester header. And in this case, we're attaching the Massey Ferguson MF8570 header.
Good, you're almost set now. Before you can
Excuse me.
start harvesting, the grain tank needs to be unfolded.
Excuse me.
Do that and bring yourself into position on the field.
Alright, so now we've got a tour. Before you can harvest, you must unfold your vehicle. So we're going to unfold the grain tank. So to unfold or fold, select the tool, we press up or A. And so when it's selected OK, dismiss the tooltip. So first we need to get positioned for doing running the harvester before we unfold the harvester. So we'll get position now on the field, wheat field, so that we can start our harvesting. Alright, here we go. So we're going to lower header, pressing B. You see left bumper, these are some of your advanced controls for harvesters. Right now we have right with the right joystick, we can raise or lower the header position. Left joystick to toggle the map view. Left right joypad to disable or enable the straw swath. Left header is the B button. Unfold harvester is A. Turn on harvester is X. We're going to go ahead and select that now, and also we could move the header back and forth using the right joystick. I'm going to go ahead. Alright, it wants us to unfold first, so we can select A to unfold the harvester. Now we'll turn the harvester on. And we're ready to go, so we can just start moving forward and start harvesting. Maybe not. Boy, what step did we fail? Header, lower header. Alright, that's it. Oh, I see they got the marker over on the other side, so I want us to start over there. Nice. They really got us on rails on this one, don't they? So, move over to the quote suggested position here. Excuse me.
You can see that the field is nearly done already. I was feeling a little wobbly in the knees earlier, so I left it for you. Thought you might want to try it out anyway. All you need to do is steer the harvester into the field. Unfold the tank, start the harvester, and do the rest.
Alright, turn on your tool to start working. And left bumper X turns the machine on. We already have it on. Select OK to dismiss tooltip.
Harvesting takes some time. But soon you will be able to buy a bigger one. Now go at it and show the crop who's the farmer.
Alright, just kind of go straight ahead. We already had the harvester turned on. We had it lowered. Harvester is open. So we just go ahead and start harvesting. See our progress. You can see the wheat's going into the harvester tank. We're up to 4% already. Passing. That's about it. So far so good. We're just kind of walking through the in-game tutorial. If you're just tuning in and checking me out, we're just going through the actual full tutorial because that's a new experience as well, especially with the interactive NPCs. If you will. That's something brand new to the Farming Simulator series, and I must say, so far so good. I'm not mad at them at all. This is just definitely a pretty innovative and new way to experience walking through the tutorials for Farming Simulator game. I think that's kind of cool. I think, especially for some brand new players, that's going to be a whole big thing for them. Obviously, for some of those veterans, it's probably something that you can many of you guys may not be that impressed by, but color me maybe a little more easy about it. But I'm actually impressed by this. Not only did they just have interactive NPCs that just kind of stand there and do nothing, because there are some games that have interactive NPCs and they're not even animated, not voiced or anything like that. But here they are, Performance Level 25. I actually think that's kind of neat. Yeah, I know a lot of guys were always concerned about wasting time and resources on that, adding that element to the game, and there are other different things they could have worked on in the game as well. But I like it. I think it's cool. Something new, different to the game, and folks may not know and realize this, but most of these gaming companies have multiple developers working on multiple projects at the same time. So even if they do divert resources towards developing or adding new elements to the game, that doesn't mean that every developer is unavailable to work on new content for the game. It's not an all or nothing process. But a lot of things in today's society, everybody turns everything into competitive politics, if you will. Everything in life has to be surrounded around competitive politics. I'm going to get off the soapbox now. Just something to kind of put out there for those who may be seeing the world in a similar way, I think in the same way. Alright, we almost got this harvesting tutorial wrapped up, and we'll see where Grandpa takes us next once we get this task done. That should do it.
You have my blood in your veins, after all. Harvester has a limited capacity to store the crop. Now we need to unload the wheat onto a trailer to sell it. Prepare your harvester for unloading and unfolding the pipe.
Alright, guided tour. You're going to unload the harvested contents of your combine and trailers or directly into silos. To do this, unfold the pipe. Top of the pipe, we hit left bumper and down on the joy pad. Alright, so it said A to just miss the tooltip. I'm going to go ahead and press left bumper and then down on the D-pad. And that brings us a pipe out. So we have the pipe out.
And the wheat will start to pour out automatically. But we're missing something, aren't we? There's no trailer here just yet. Go get the trailer in the garage.
Alright, so guided tour. We can either walk to another vehicle, switch to it, and save some time. Press the button to switch vehicles. So you're going to switch to the next vehicle, and we can do so by clicking right on the D-pad. So we're going to go ahead and press A to dismiss that tooltip, and we're going to press
Come back to the field
right
so we can
on the
unload.
D-pad. Excuse me. Alright, so we got our tractor and trailer selected, and we're going to drive out to the field. Oh, we got some traffic. Looks like there hasn't been much changes with the traffic, and there's some of their AI behavior there, because they just honked at me when they were about to ram me when I had the right of way there. Alright, but we're going to drive to the marker.
Tank of your harvester. Pull along to it on the driver's side of the harvester. When the trailer is in the correct position directly below the pipe, the harvester will start to unload automatically. Neat, huh? Wait it out until it's unloaded. Well done, kiddo. You can either store the crop in your silo or you can sell it. This load I promised to a vendor friend of mine. He's already waiting for you. So all you gotta do is drive the tractor with the trailer to his unloading station. Now drive to the grain elevator to sell the wheat.
Alright, so next destination is to drive to the grain elevator and trying to see where the marker is at. There we go, we got it. But where's... I want to try to do this a little bit realistically, so let me see. We have a marker for driving off the field. We don't. So we're just going to drive off where we're at. I was trying to exit via the actual field entrance and exit road, but I don't know where that's at immediately. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that for now. And let's see, we can kind of make it over here to the grain silo by cutting through our farm. Let's see. As you see, we're hauling 2,928 liters of wheat. And this trailer is 38.6% full. Looks like we're heading in the wrong direction there, so let's get turned back around and go back this way. I think we are kind of unsure here with the map doesn't give us show us a path like how some of the GTA maps does. When you have a certain targeted location, it will kind of take you right there, at least show you a path right there on the map. But this doesn't do that. It just has a marker that pings or pulsates, and you have to figure out your own route to the destination. It doesn't visually show you that route. Or the preferred route, if you will want to call it that. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. I was doing fine until I started this live. And now my throat's trying to act up on me. Hey, it's a school bus, a little delivery truck of some sort. Oh, almost about to have a collision with the aggressive driving school bus there. So traffic hour, as you can apparently see, still has issues. That was a common issue and complaint with me and Farming Simulator 22. And we still have some issues there in Farming Simulator 25. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drive here.
If you don't like the prices you get on the market, you can also store the grain in your farm silo to wait it out. Sell your goods later. Now, let's get to it. Drive the trailer over the tip area and unload.
Alright, guided tour. You can either store your harvest in the farm's own silo or turn it into money at one of the many selling safe stations on the map. Unload your trailer to sell your harvest now, and it gives you controls to dump. Right bumper Y, we'll press OK. A to dismiss the tooltip, and go ahead and see now as we're in a silo and we're over a point where we can dump our loaded trailer. And there it also shows the option there in the bottom of the screen. We can press RB, right bumper, and Y to unload wheat. It gives you the option to dump wheat, and we're going to go ahead and do that now. So right bumper Y, and we start unloading our wheat.
Well done. At some point, you'll do this in your sleep. Now, let's go back to the farm, shall we?
Alright, so Grandpa wants us to go back to the farm. And, now you see it. Now you see the marker pointing there to the left, telling us somewhat kind of where to go. Man, there's Willow Lumber Company. Now that looks good, man. Yeah, I like the whole look and feel of this little map here, and the new graphical style for 25 here. So let's go ahead and make our way back to the marker that's identified there. And there's an advertisement for the free New Holland we got. Yeah, we're going to cross this bridge here. So head back to the farm and kind of crossing over the river. That looks good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff there. Whoops, and kind of gazing, ran into the car. Some things, and as you see with traffic, some things remain the same. The traffic's still very tanky. And it's going to take us a little bit to get to the marker, but we're getting closer. We'll go ahead and take this little side road here. Didn't catch the street name on this road, so for right now it's just a little side road. Alright, so it looks like here we are. And I'm just going to go ahead and drive up to the marker. And we've successfully completed our task. Please get out of the vehicle. To leave the vehicle, we'll press X. So we'll go ahead and press A to dismiss the tooltip. Press X to hop out of our vehicle. And then we got to go back and meet up with Grandpa. Boom. Guided tour. You can talk to people on your farm and at a specific locations on the map. Press the button to talk to them. Then here it says to interact. I'm going to press the left bumper. So we'll go ahead and dismiss the tooltip.
You're back.
And press the left bumper to interact with Grandpa.
I started wondering if you joined your father. Well, where were we? Right. You've seen the most important steps on the field now. There's always more to do, like yield improvement, liming, fertilizing, weeding. Those require special equipment. Next thing is gaining a bit of a feel for everything. I'll just leave you to it so you can try out a few things. You don't want your old grandpa meddling with your business all the time, do you? But I'll be here if you need anything. If you want more detailed info, you can also ask Ben. He has been one of my most trusted helpers in the past. He will gladly explain a lot of farming techniques. Now, get to farming. Dung heap indeed. You'll do just fine. This farm is your.
Alright, so we're done talking to Grandpa, and I just popped and took a quick screenshot there. Don't know if that's the one I'm going to keep, but definitely one of a few different examples I want to go ahead and try. Oh, this is a beauty right here. Let me go ahead and do this. That's a beauty. Like, how do we... Oh, I just accidentally did a quick save. Trying to flip to the menu. I wanted to see where the settings menu is at. Game settings. We got general settings. All right, game settings. And options, pause game. Set the autosave interval. We'll set it at 15 minutes for now, but I'll probably turn that off here in just a bit because I don't like to have that on just in case I make mistakes. I want to be able to back them out, and if I have autosave on, that could be an issue. If I make some mistake and I want to back my way out of it, I'll be stuck with it. Time scale is defaulted at 5x. That's fine for now. Economic difficulty is at easy. That's fine for now. Traffic will keep on for now, but based on some of the things I've already saw so far and I exhibited here in the last few minutes, that my position on that, having that toggle on, may change depending on what I'm trying to do. So that we'll leave that at the default for now. All right, and then there we have seasons option. Seasonal growth we'll keep at the default, yes. Then we have days per month, 1 day. Fixed visual month. And we'll leave that to the default off for now. Snow defaults on, keep that. Let's see what options are for crops and growth. We have crop destruction off or on. We'll leave that on. Periodic plowing required. We have that default toggle is off. We want to go ahead and turn that on. I like to play with plowing required. Fieldstone, like to play with the stones, but we'll have that on for now. But we may toggle that off in the future, but for now we'll keep it to on. Lime required, we'll keep that on. Weeds on by default, we'll keep that same setting. Disaster instruction, that's a new game feature, if you want to call it that. Don't know yet, but we'll experience that and check that out and see what that does as well. Vehicle control is our next set of options. With default setting is normal. We'll keep that. Automatic engine start off or on. For now, we'll keep that on. Stop and go braking, we'll keep that on for now. All right, and then we want to come back up and toggle over to general settings. All right, for general settings, we have the following options. Help window, default on. Colorblind mode is default off. That's fine. Interactive zone markers. That's a little red, yellow, and black stripes around different points on the map. We'll keep those on for now. Info trigger. Those are like the little help icons. We'll keep those on for now. Field info. Keep that on. Units set to Euro. Don't want to have that set. So why am I not have an opportunity to change that? I can't toggle over to the units radio. None of that on the general settings. What's up with that? So I can't change any of my... All right. Let's do general settings again. Toggle over. There it is. Dollar. I don't know why it wouldn't toggle over just a second ago. We want to set these measures all to U.S. measurements. So Celsius, dollar, miles, Fahrenheit. So the hectares, we want to do acres. Get the radio. We'll turn the radio on for now because it plays generic music. So there's nothing there. We don't have to worry about getting copyright strikes for the music. Radio range, vehicle only. That's fine for now. Reset. Next up, we have camera options. Camera. Reset your vehicle camera. These are the defaults off. I think we'll turn that on, but we'll see how that changes my our gaming experience, and I may come back and revisit that. Indoor camera suspension, we'll keep that uh, off for the moment. That's the default. Dynamic vehicle character camera default on. We'll keep that setting. Invert Y look. We'll keep that off for now. Not quite sure what that does, but we'll keep it at the default setting for now. Next up, we have input controls. Easy arm controls, simplified controls for cranes. Keep that on. Camera sensitivity is 100%. Just the camera turning speed, we'll keep that at the default for the moment till we determine otherwise. Vehicle arm sensitivity is 100%. Just the vehicle arm turning speed, keep that at default. Steering sensitivity, that adjusts the steering speed, default 100%. Keep that setting. Direction change, automatic. That defines if the vehicle direction change is automatically toggled manually by pressing a button, and we'll keep that automatic as the default setting for now. Gear shift mode also automatic default. Speedometer display value, engine speed, keep that at default. And the options are engine speed or vehicle speed. Actually, I'm going to set that to vehicle speed. Switch to trains, default's on, keep that same setting. Input help mode, that's grayed out. Wood harvester automatic cutting, default on, keep that setting. Next up are your sound settings. I have master volume, vehicle volume, environment volume, character volume, radio volume, GUI volume, and we'll keep those all at the defaults. Alright, so we're toggling between the menus here using the left and right bumper. This is our new and improved prices menu, and these are all of the commodities that are available on this map. We have barley, barrel, bathtub, bread, bucket, buffalo milk bottle, buffalo mozzarella, buffalo cheese, interesting, butter, cake, canned peas, canned peas, canola oil, carrot soup, carrots, carton roll, cement brick, cement bags, cereal, cheese, chili peppers, chocolate, clothes, corn, cotton, diesel, digestate, eggs, enoki, not sure what that is, fabric, flour, furniture, garlic, goat milk bottled, goat cheese, cool, grape juice, grapes, grass, green beans, hay, herbicide, honey, jarred green bean, kimchi, lettuce, lime, liquid fertilizer, long grain rice, manure, milk bottle, Napa cabbage, noodle soup, oat, olive oil, olives, oyster mushroom, paper roll, parsnip soup, parsnips, peas, planks long, potato chips, potato soup, potatoes, prefab wall, preserved food beetroot, preserved food carrots, preserved food parsnip, raisins, red beet soup, rice bag, rice box, rice flour, rice oil, rice rolls, rice saplings, road salt, roof plate, rope, seeds, silage, slurry, solid fertilizer, sorghum, soybeans, spinach, spinach bag, spring onion, stones, straw, strawberries, sugar, sugar beet cut, sugar cane, sunflower oil, sunflowers, tomatoes, total mixed ration or TMR, triple soup, wheat, wood, wood beam, wood chips, wool, and that's the full list. And if you notice over to the right as we're looking, you see the graph shows the uh, why can I not spit out certain words today? The fluctuation prices on the market for the for 1 year, and you can see here which months are the best months to sell that particular selected product for the best price, and which months are the worst months to sell that particular product. So govern yourselves accordingly based on that information. You also see at the upper right of your screen here, you have some other useful information. You have your balance, and that's the full balance of your bank account. See the other options you got here. You gotta have a number here by the commodity that shows if you have any of a particular commodity in storage. I'm going to kind of scroll back up through everything. I don't see with some apps you may have some default amounts of material in your storage silos on your own properties. We do not here, but if you did, those numbers would reflect those totals. I don't know yet because we haven't played around with it yet whether it's a grand total for all of your own silos combined or how that all works out, but we'll see as time progresses in this series. Also, you'll note let's go back up to barley. Your different sell points and buy points for that particular commodity. Here, like for instance, barley, you have the following stations that process barley: farmers market, Goldcrest Valley, which is you see the little train icon there, so that's a rail point as well. Grain barge terminal 1, grain barge terminal 2, the grain mill, and the grain river silo. You can also toggle over here and let's see, you can tag the place by pressing A, and that'll give you a target on the map so you can kind of see on where that location is on the map and drive to that marker. That's what that's for. And the distance from your current location, I think, is what this number is reflecting, is at least for the distance here. And also, then you have information here over to the left as to what the going price is for that particular commodity, and whether that price is going up or down. And the green arrows obviously represent up. Red arrows represent a price that is trending downwards. Let's see here. Then we can go back up to that menu. Then we got vehicles. This is a listing of the vehicles that I currently own. So that's that. We got a Challenger MT 635 tractor. It's 24 months old, 81 working hours, 80% working condition. We got a Farm Tech EDK 650 trailer, 19 months old. Great Plains solid stand 150 planter, that's 21 months old. John Deere 3650 tractor. A John Deere 980 cultivator, I think that is. Because the one thing I notice here on the screen is it doesn't tell you what type of equipment it is. It just gives the name of the particular piece of equipment. But next we have the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 harvester, then the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, and then the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header trailer. And you can see the working hours for that particular piece of equipment and its current value based on those the age and the working hours. Nothing new there. This is all stuff we've seen before. with the game. Next up, we go to. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Why didn't? Okay. So we talk over to hand tools. Nothing there. Finances screen. That's your finances. Tabs you over to the finance screen, and there you can see our current financials for the month. We've mostly been spending, but we did have some income coming in here for the harvest income, and that's the crop that we sold during while we've been running the 7 through the tutorial. We lost $37 in wages to go out to workers that we hired. Red is outgoing resources, and it looks like white is the incoming resources. Yeah, because you got $54 property income. And we're starting out in the month of August, which is a great month, especially since that's my birth month. So cool. Much love for August. So let's get back up here. Excuse me, down at the bottom of the screen before we get off of here, you can see your total total expenditures. Or excuse me, I guess that's the grand total for both your expenditures and your profits. I think that's calculated in real time. And that's obviously $2,480 because that's all of our income minus all of our outcome, and that's the net balance. I think that is. So that's 2,000. At least I guess that's for the month to date. Right now, that's $2,480, and then we add that to our starting balance of $100,000 that we had to start this map. So we have a grand total of $102,480. Excuse me. What is wrong with me this evening? Next up, we can toggle over to our statistics screen, and that shows us some statistics about our current game and current statistics for this particular game save, I should say. And there's your numbers there. It shows your session total, and your session in total for different things. For instance, you can see our worked hectares or acres. This particular gameplay sessions, 1.09, and they're all going to be this session because this is the first session ever in this game, so nothing gonna different there. These are all real-time numbers, and since this is the first session, these numbers should all be identical. But we're not going to delve into that too much to see, other than I want to see collectibles collected. So there are 25 collectibles on this map, because you see, since collectibles collected, 0 of 25. So that's another excuse me, thing we could do on this map. You see our trees planted, trees cut down, missions completed. We haven't delved into the mission menu yet, but we're about to. Alright, so let's toggle over to the next menu. These are our available production chains for this particular map. Let's go up to the top here. We have 2 rows, one selection for owned and another selection for available. And these are available production chains for this map. And let's go through those real quickly. We have, gotta be mindful of the time here. We're coming up on just about our last 30 minutes of tonight's live, so we'll quickly get through some of these items because I don't want to get bogged down in all of this too much, but it is good to know because I'm taking tonight's approach and the approach for this particular series as if we're talking to a brand new player that's just coming into the farming simulator games for the very first time. So I'm going to give you all of the information that I know to help you get started and be successful on your very first playthrough of Farming Simulator 25. But that being said, these are our available production chains. We have a bakery. We have a biogas plant, 1 milliwatt, a canning factory, carpentry, cement factory, Cooper, which is, I guess that's just the name of the company, Cooper. We have a grain mill, oil mill, paper factory, playground maker hall, rope maker, sawmill, spinnery, tailor shop, wagon, and a wagon builder. One of the cool things I see right away that I kind of like to hear about the production chains is from this screen. You can see the recipes for different things that this production facility can produce. For instance, the bakery. We can, if we toggle over here, by pressing A, you can see the products that are required here for the different recipes. For bread, we just need flour, and you can see 90 units of flour produce 45 units of bread. It's got 120 cycles per month, and your cost per cycle is $60. We do bread from rice flour. We need 68 units of rice flour to create 45 units of bread. Cycles per month is 48. Cost per month $72. Cake from flour, 48 cycles per month. Cost per month is $60. Recipe for this is very complex. You need 8 units flour, 8 units sugar, 8 units of milk bottled, 8 egg units, 8 units of butter, 8 units of strawberries, and that'll give you 21 units of cake. And I'm assuming that's per cycle. So essentially, if you do 48 times 21, that's how many units of cake this facility will produce per month. Not a math guy, so y'all can do that in your head. I'm not even going to put it on the calculator, but you kind of get the gist of what we're going with here. Of course, I'm not going to go through all the recipes here at this moment. Just wanted to kind of make the note of that. Oops, I didn't want to back all the way completely out of that menu. How do I get back in there? I don't know where I was at now. Oh, we got used vehicle sales. There we go. So that's all right. So next up, I want to toggle over to contracts. This is brand new. This is the new contract screen for Formulator Simulator 25, and these are the available contracts. Let's see what we have. And first off, going to the top of the menu, we have new or active contracts. We're looking at new because we haven't accepted any contracts, so we don't have any active contracts. But we have a baling contract, a deadwood contract, because now your woodland or lumberjacking contracts are now part of the base game. These in Farming Simulator 22, these lumberjacking missions were part of an expansion pack for Farming Simulator 22, but then they are now base game. So we have a deadwood contract there, and that's forestry lumberjacking work. We have a few fertilizing contracts available. We have a harvesting contract available, a couple of hoeing contracts, a mowing contract, rock removal, spraying, a couple of spraying contracts, wood transport. And let's go back up to the top and see details here on your baling contract. Contract information, press square bales on the specified field. Lease cost is $400 if we decide to use lease equipment versus our own equipment. This is on field 37. Size of field 37 is 5.998 acres. And this is a contract for square bales, and the reward is $6,402. We're definitely going to be jumping into the world of contracts so that we can get our income up and have money to purchase other equipment and do other things that we want to do here, i.e. the previously mentioned production chains. And this is the lease equipment that's available for completion of this contract, and looks like a couple of pieces of Fendt equipment. I can't see which Fendt that is. But you get but if you decide to use the lease equipment, you are leasing a Fendt baler, square baler, and a Fendt tractor, and your reward is $6,402. You select Y if you want to borrow those items. Select X if you want to accept the contract and use your own equipment. Um, and lease equipment, and to the brand new players, lease equipment if you decide to select the borrow items options to complete the contract. Uh, the cost of the lease will be subtracted from your profit for the contract. We'll get into that more shortly down the line as we step through some future episodes of the stream. I don't think we'll have time to really get into that too tough tonight. And of course, your left bumper, right bumper to cycle through the menus, are back to back all the way out. This screen, which I did previously before, so you saw that functionality real time. All right, so let's go back. Let's toggle up to the animal menus. Right now, we only own one animal facility. We have a cow pasture. And I guess the 50 months determines it's not determines, but shows the age of the currently owned cows that we have. We have a couple of Angus, not a couple of, how many Angus cows do we own? Looks like nothing, but we have the option to purchase Angus cows, or no, we have 3 Angus cows at a value of $1,166 each. And those are that we have 3 Angus cows in our pen right now, and that's the information on them. And they're feeding off of our meadow grass right now, so they're not going to be super productive or 100% productive or anything like that. So we'll have to address that shortly, but that's just our animals at a glance. We don't have any. Oops, I did it again. Here we go. Other information are available here at this point in time, although you can see here down at the bottom of the screen you got a little helper tip. This type of cow is bred for profit and can be sold. Cows like grass, hay, and TMR. Additionally, they require water. This animal has reached its breeding age. Animals that are healthy and older than 18 months can reproduce. The numbers in the brackets refer to the effectiveness of their respective food. And that's over in the little food section over to your right here. And you can see the most effective food will be your total mixed ration. That's 100%. Hay is 80%, silage 80%, grass 40%, meadow grass is also 40%. And let's toggle over to our crop calendar. What a beautiful thing, what a beautiful thing. A lot more information, definitely different from what we had in Farming Simulator 22. I like it. I like the whole look and feel of it. You can use left stick to scroll up and down. There's not just this information that you see when you first hop in. This is how you scroll down to see the entire calendar. And there's different information here for your respective crops and what the calendar is for this particular map. Different maps will have different crop calendars, but this is the default crop calendar for Riverbend Springs. Also note down at the bottom of the screen you can see weather pattern information for the current day and future forecast for the coming months, seasonal wise. Look over to the far right, September, October, November, December, January, February. It looks like it's showing you for the next 6 months. So lots of rain and mild conditions predicted for the month of September. October, it gets a little more warmer. November is, but lots of rain in September and October. November is looks like it might be a bit more sunny, a bit more humid. December, snow. January, cloudy days, a lot of cloudy days, but mostly sunshiny, and lots of sun in February so far. And you can see you kind of perspective weather forecast for the day. Excuse me, early morning versus late evening and overnight. Lots of sunshine today, with storms expected by looks like for around midnight tonight. And it's the current weather for today: 78 degrees, wind speed and direction 2 miles an hour. Excuse me. And just a quick perusal of your harvest calendar and how you want to read it. You can see green is planting season. The orange, red, orange color is harvest season. So, like for example, wheat, you harvest wheat, and between the months of July and August, you plant wheat during the months of September and October. Barley, you harvest it in June and July, plant in September and October. Canola, we have overlapping harvest and planting seasons. So canola, you plant from July to August, and you can plant from August to September, and so on and so forth. But you can kind of get the general idea here. But definitely, this is a tool that you could use to aid in your crop planning, and your crop rotation planning. Next up, we have the crop types available in the game, and we kind of got introduced to some of these elements when we were going through the um, where's the screen at? My brain just went uh, on the prices screen. Sorry, my brain just went blank there for a second. Yeah, from here on the prices screen where you saw all the available commodities in the game. So going back up to crop types, but this is going to this screen is actually going to show you all the plantable crop types that you have available in the game. Because not every commodity in the game comes from a crop, but these are the ones that are available from a crop. We got wheat, barley, canola, oat, corn, sunflower, soybeans, potatoes, rice, long grain rice, sugar beet, sugar cane, cotton, sorghum, grapes, olives, poplar, red beet, carrots, parsnips, green beans, peas, spinach, grass, and oilseed radish. And looks like we can have an option here to go ahead and select one. So like if we select wheat, this is actually can toggle on and off if wheat is visible on the map here. So we toggle that off, the wheat disappears even though it's still on the map obviously. But this is just a way to toggle it from being shown on the, I guess this is a map view. You can toggle that on and off if you just wanted to have only one crop visible. So at a glance you can see how many fields have only soybeans. You would deselect everything else and just select soybeans. Right now by default all of these are turned on. And we could toggle over if we do left joystick to our growth filter, and it shows stubble tillage, cultivated is blue, plowed, seabed, growing, ready to harvest, harvested, remove foliage, withered. And these are all your field growth states. Then left joystick over to soil composition filters, and this will show you your fields that have weed, fertilized, needs plowing, needs lime, leads, rolling, mulch, fieldstone, and if a field is watered, I guess that's new. All right, I can dig it. All right, next up, gotta watch my time. 42, getting close here. Hotspots are and these hotspots are for your vehicles, combines, trailers, tools, workers. Then buildings, tip stations, loading stations, production chains, and that's your production. It says production, but that's shorthand production chains, animals, contracts, others. And let's see, and you can also toggle these on and off as well by hitting the A button, or you could just deselect all, and that will get you quickly to deselect all. And if you want to only show a particular one on the map, like we're doing tip stations, and those are all of your available tip stations on the map at a glance. And we're going to toggle all of them back on, and that's everything. And you can zoom in and out, see what's what, where it's at. You can right click on it and get additional information. Like this right here, location is Lime Station 3, and if we wanted to quickly hop over to Lime Station 3, as you saw here, we could tag it, or we could do visit, and voila, it's like a time warp, and this is Lime Station 3. Let's get back over to the main farm. You can see our equipment here on the map, and let's jump back over here and visit our farmhouse. Oh, we did not jump back over to the farmhouse. Deselect all. Why did we not jump back over to the farmhouse? Hey, visit. There we go. Alright, back at the farmhouse. Alright, that's pretty much your hotspots right there. We'll get more in detail into that over time. Next up, we have farmland, and this shows our currently owned, unowned farmland, and your main farm or farms defaulting on the map. And as you can see, we got plenty of property around here that's unowned. The unowned property are the properties with the black frame property numbers, while our own property has green framed property numbers, field numbers, if you will. And let's see, and you can see my farm as well, and that's the property on your main farm or your currently owned farm. And we go to create job. Not sure about this one yet, haven't done anything in this area, but we'll follow up that with this one on future episodes. Active workers, that kind of stuff. Explanatory, but we don't have any hired workers on the map right now, so we won't see anything there. And I'm sure that's what create job relates to as well. That's the job assignments that we can make for our workers, any workers that we hire, but we don't have any worker hired right now and haven't assigned them any tasks, so that's why we won't see anything here right now. Alright, so that's this game menu. Alright, and let's hop into the in-game help menu here. And just a quick little information here. We're not going to go through all this tonight, but I am going to take a look at this later on. But basically, you do want to go in here, and if you're new to the game, kind of go through. I would treat this like an in-game encyclopedia and go through as much of this as I could stand as a new player. In fact, I'm going to take some time off camera to go through a lot of this to see what has changed between this game and Farming Simulator 22, so that I could be a little more informed here about the new game mechanics for Farming Simulator 25. Because I know most stuff will be the same. It's just a question of new game features and functionality, and the button mapping for a few different things. Because the button mapping has obviously changed a bit from Farming Simulator 22, but you saw some of that with me tonight as we were going through a little bit of the tutorial steps. But here you can find all the information you need about, at least basic information about all the different game mechanics and systems and so on and so forth. So you definitely want to take a moment to go through all of this. This is Farming Simulator games are games that are simplistic to get into on the surface, but actually lot more complicated than they may seem when you first get into these games initially. But don't get overwhelmed. There's no right way or wrong way per se to do things in the game. You just perform tasks the way that works best for you. And the right way versus the wrong way is the right way is the way you choose to play at that particular point in time. That's pretty much it. Uh, and we're getting close to the end of tonight's live stream. And I want to first of all again say my sincere apologies for getting started late tonight. I have been out of the loop for a while. Took a break, a good long break away from doing live streams here for a while. Just need to get a few things together in real life before I got back on and was consistently committed to producing new content. But I'm back, and I'm about to be back with the Fury. So you're going to see a ton more new content coming in the future months, days and weeks and months. I'm also going to diversify my content that I produce. You're going to see me producing content for a multitude of other games that I play right now. That's mostly looks to be, as you see here, which is going to be my regularly scheduled programming, and that's Formula Simulator 25. But I'm also going to be producing other content for other games that I play. Most notably, for right now, I have videos up for Farming Simulator 25 and WWE 2K24. So just stay tuned for that. All of my videos will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, typically in their entirety. And if you're not checking me out on the Twitch Live, you can check me out on my YouTube channel. And same across the board, no matter where you can run across my content at. I'm Bose831 Gamer on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth. Don't forget to check me out on all available social media platforms. Although I haven't been as active lately. I wouldn't say lately, but just in general on IG or my Twitter. The Twitter is probably the most important place to go if you want to find information on what I'm getting ready to do next. Because again, the only regularly scheduled series I have going on Twitch right now is this Farming Simulator 25 series, and then anything else I do will probably be announced on a short notice. Because for a lot of other stuff, I can't make any promises on what my schedule will be each and every time I want to go live, so I don't want to be committed to any set schedule for any other games that I play right now. So with those, we just need to stay tuned to my Twitter channel to see what's up, what I'm into, what I'm planning to get into at any given time. So check that out there. That's the most important channel outside of my YouTube channel, where if you don't want to do the research, you can just go straight to my YouTube channel and see what content I have posted out there. Excuse me. And also apologies for my throat tonight. I don't know what's going on there. That just kind of came out of nowhere, and it didn't start being an issue until I got on the mic here and started talking. And my throat hadn't been bothering me all day, and now all of a sudden wants to kind of show off now that I'm actually trying to do something here. But again, thank you for tuning in, thank you for tuning in and checking me out. Your patronage is very much appreciated. And you have been tuned in to another episode of Bose831 Gaming live on Twitch. Tonight we've been playing Farming Simulator 25. Hopefully I didn't accidentally slip in Farming Simulator 22 a few times, but we're playing the brand new game, Farming Simulator 25, that just released yesterday, November the 12th. And it's a beautiful thing. Lots of cool stuff here, and lots of interesting new game features, graphical overhauls here and there. Kind kind of retro feel on the game, the graphical style and the menus, and I'm saying, and I'm loving it because I actually thought Farming Simulator 17 had a better graphical feel to it, and just the way that things were laid out, and I'm glad they kind of went back to that particular look and feel. I did not, even though I enjoyed 22, as you guys knows that follow me, and I liked the graphical feel of it. It took me a while to get used to the graphical changes versus what they had in 17 because I got into the Farming Simulator series of games playing Farming Simulator 17. So, 19 wasn't too bad, but it was when it got to 22, there was just a very different feel to the game. I'm glad they kind of went back to more of the old school style that they had with 17 and to a lesser degree 19, but definitely, I like this. I like this. All right, what else we got going here? Because like I said, I'm gonna kind of look through the tutorial here and see if most of this is probably still the same as it has been through most of the previous Farmer Simulator games, but I just do want to, just kind of stroll through here and see if I might have any new information that might be pertinent to me. But here's your little icon overview. We already kind of covered that for greenery. But this is even a more clear-cut example here. All right, products. And those are all the currently available products available in the game outside of mods, but that's it there. Your yield boost icons. Others, seeds, diesel, excuse me, shop icons. It did some farming basics explanations. We kind of went through a little bit of this earlier with the map and filters. With we did the cultivating in our tutorial. We did not do plowing in the tutorial. Sowing and planting, we did do some of that. We did do some harvesting and then the different crop types and how you kind of work the fields for each of those different crop types. Some of the information on the needs you may have. All right, there's information on grass work, root crops, vegetables, root vegetables, corn and sunflowers, cotton, sugar cane, grass and olives. Good to see grapes, grass and olives, grapes and olives. Good to see that back. Chaff and salads. So all that's pretty much the same. Nothing changed there. Poplars, rice variety. Rice is a new crop, so all of this information is brand new. Definitely looking forward to getting into planting some rice in upcoming streams. That's going to be something really cool. Definitely happy to have this new crop and to be doing something different there. And we got long grain rice, short regular rice or short grain rice, liming, fertilizing, weeding, stone picking, rolling, mulching, so on and so forth. General information concerning your animals. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah. And then your different animal types: cows, pigs, horses have made a return. Let's see, pigs. Pigs reach maturity in 6 months. Chickens 6 months. So sheep's are 8 months maturity. New animal here, goats. Water buffalo is a new animal type with Farmer Simulator 25. Bees have returned. Of course, your farm dog. And then how to care for your different animals. But we'll walk through that in future episodes of the live stream series. And then there's your forestry section. I said lumberjacking earlier doing the live, but it's forestry. Sometimes my brain just escapes me in real time. So it's pretty cool. Then your basic economy tips and how to make money in the game. Um, Character creation we went through a little bit tonight, but we didn't get in a deep dive in that. I already had a character created and it was preloaded when I fired up the game. Information on transport for different materials, loading machines, and then of course information on the Farming Simulator Academy, where you can go online on the Farming Simulator website and find out additional information about gameplay basics. But that's all I got for right now. And again, we got into it late, 10 minutes, about 10 minutes late, so I am going to run over a little bit over time. I guess we'll go ahead. Oh, there was a guy that Farmer Bob did direct us to talk to. Now let's go back and I say Farmer Bob.
Hey there.
Grandpa Walter. Let's go ahead and say who can help me around here.
Help you, kiddo. We have experts on agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. What do you need help
All right,
with?
so we do. So we do have a couple of other NPCs we can talk to, and I do want to go ahead and do them. So let's go talk to the agriculture guy.
Although your old grandpa may not be up to date with some things and how they are done today, talk to my good old helper Ben. He will explain the basics in detail.
All right, so we can go talk to Ben. We had to ask him where Ben is at. We have a default marker for Ben. We're about 90, so we're just going to take a shortcut through the woods here. Gonna hop this fence and go talk to Ben. And this probably be thereabouts where we ended tonight. Kind of missed that key earlier here and got kind of lost in the menus there before we continued to go through the tutorial, but this is probably where we will be picking it up on the next episode of the series. But we'll go ahead and start a conversation with Ben now and see what Ben's talking about.
Look who we have here. Last time I saw you, you were playing in cow dung. Remember me? I'm Ben. Some call me by my nickname, Helper B. You had a cold and wanted to play in mud after heavy rain. Lucky you couldn't smell what it actually was. You know, I've been helping your old grandpa for well over 3 decades now. Walter hired me as a helper some 35 years ago. I was still fresh and couldn't drive a plow straight around the corner of an odd-shaped field. He showed me everything back then. It didn't take long before your grandparents couldn't live without me. He and his wife welcomed me to the family, and I became part of the farm. Did I want to run my own farm when I was young? Yes, I did. But that never happened. Doesn't matter, though. In a way, you could say I got stuck here. But I tell you what, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't have to travel the world and reinvent myself all the time. That just sounds exhausting. Then you should do that. However, you're a farmer now. And you know, Walter has been a great boss and mentor to me. But let's get back to the present. I'm happy that you're here. Last few months have been a challenge. I tell you that. Walter is getting older. He's tired and had deep wrinkles on his forehead before you arrived, even deeper than usual. And I'm not getting younger either. I avoid movement at all costs to protect my joints. However, since it was set in stone that you'd take over, his mood instantly turned around. Tell me, are you nervous about taking over? Don't be. You don't have to do it alone. There are people here who will help you.
This is actually kind of interesting.
I remember my first day at the farm. I felt like a newborn calf, stumbling around aimlessly. But don't worry, we'll get you up to speed. Well, since your grandfather slowed down, he didn't really bother with the latest machines and did a lot of stuff, well, in an old school kind of way. That's probably why he sent you to me. I'm an avid reader of all those agricultural magazines, you know? Old, but still learning. However, if you need advice on livestock or forestry, you should talk to Katie and Noah, the local animal farmer and lumberjack. If you come to me, I can help you make sure everything grows well in the fields. As your grandpa always says, a watched crop never fails. Except if a twister hits. Happens. Whenever you need me, kid. See ya. What's up,
All
kid?
right, so let's strike up a conversation with Walter one more time. All right, we got a few more minutes here. We'll be just about to go ahead and wrap this thing on up, but let's see what it has to say about help with crops. All right, let's do grains, for instance. What
Wheat,
crops are grains?
sorghum, barley, oat, canola, and long grain rice. Soybeans are technically not grains. The good thing is, you can use the same combine harvester with a grain header for all of those. Okay, here's the list of machines you need for grains. Get a cultivator to prepare your field. If the field requires plowing, you need a plow, or a subsoiler, which is a faster and cheaper alternative to a plow. You need a seeder and seeds. You should have a fertilizer spreader, fertilizer, and lime, so you can increase the yield. To get rid of the weeds that will soon pop up, you require a weeder. Otherwise, the yield will be reduced. You need a combine harvester with a grain header to harvest. Finally, you better have an empty trailer available to unload the crops from the harvester. Some newbies always forget to empty their trailers. That's it. It's child's play, really. Now go play. Check the crop calendar and appropriate time frame for planting and harvesting before you start. Step 1 is liming. Lime needs to be worked into the ground and will improve the yield of your harvest. Step 2 is cultivating. Get to the field, lower the cultivator into the ground, and go. It's usually enough to cultivate instead of plowing. Step 3 is sowing the crop. Attach the seeder to your tractor and head over to the field. Select the crop you want to grow, position yourself at one corner of the field, lower the sower, and turn it on. Now you sow the grain, one row at a time. Step 4 is fertilizing to increase the yield. Fill a fertilizer spreader with fertilizer and apply it to the field. Repeat the process to increase fertilization. Step 5 is weeding using a mechanical weeder. Get rid of weeds when they appear on the field. If they grow further, you need a hoe or field sprayer, but try to avoid that. Step 6 is harvesting. Hop into your combine harvester, attach the grain header, and start harvesting by lowering the header and turning it on. When you are done, unload the harvest into a trailer by extending the pipe of the combine harvester. When it's positioned over a trailer, it unloads automatically. Store it, sell it, or process it at production sites. And that's basically it.
Alright, so these are actually some pretty detailed here, little visual tutorial steps, if you will. I like it. Not gonna get into it in detail tonight, but you got a little bit of detailed help here, interactive help for all of your base gameplay mechanics, even the new stuff like the rice. You can get information on what's the difference between rice and detail and how it works in the game, so on and so forth. I think that's really cool. We're going to leave him alone for now because we're going to go take this as a great point here to hop on out of here, because we've kind of reached that point, even though probably cutting off a couple of minutes early. But we're going to go ahead and save our game. First and foremost, where is that menu at? Let's go ahead and do that now. And change our game settings. We're going to turn auto save off. Oh, we already did turn it off. Beautiful thing, beautiful thing. Now I do want to go back to this menu because we didn't. One thing we didn't look at was the in-game menu for the animal dealer wardrobe, construction, vehicles. Oh, we did look at vehicles, didn't we? So back out. We want to go here. That's your farmland. Oh yeah, we did look at those menus. Construction menu. That's construction menu. We didn't go over the construction menu, but that's there. We didn't do that menu. Won't have time to get into that tonight, but we most definitely will in future episodes. Factories. Alright, construction, factory. Okay, why don't we? I want to let us toggle over. Alright. I gotta figure out how we navigate through sheds, factories. Yeah, because I'm still with their sculpting fences, scales. Yeah, I gotta get comfortable navigating through that menu for sure. But that's all off camera stuff. But that's it. That's gonna wrap it up for tonight. You've been tuned in to another episode of Bose 831 Gaming, live on Twitch, Formula Simulator 25. Remember, the episodes of my Twitch live stream series will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, typically in their entirety. But I want to thank you again for tuning in, checking me out live on Twitch. And I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone.